Videsh Gaya, and I am just filming and presenting what happening British independence. Normally European call it metro and British call it underground. And I just landed near the parliament, going to see the people who are celebrating Brexit tonight. It's raining, it's cold, 13 degrees, and the star, they're all celebrating. So we just go to find out what they're doing. This is Westminster Station, where it's near the parliament of Westminster. And every minister all come here through that station to go to parliament. Some by car as well. But this is a more handy, easy way to come to the parliament.
Please take extra care when moving from this station. Please be particularly careful when using escalators, stairs, and on the platforms.
This is the Westminster Station, where they call it underground, but European call it metro. And this is underground. It's cold outside. I'm putting my cap on off because it's very cold and rain. And all the people celebrating with the rain and the star, blue sky. The temperature is 13 degrees.
£1 just now. £1.
As you can see here, the Brexit there, in the rain, in the cold, they're celebrating the independence of the United Kingdom from EU. And that's a history is made in year 2020, January 31 of January. And this becomes the history of all the nation to watch one day.
I asked if you had
Here you can see all the police car here ready to protect the public in case there is trouble. In case there is injury. So they're all ready for the event as soon as 11 o'clock that will be midnight in Europe. And we are here ready 11 o'clock to take independence. We'll be done tonight. tonight. And after 11 o'clock tonight, we will be free, independent. And this is the parliament have decided to be or not to be, we will be free. We are going to be free 11 o'clock tonight. Yes? I am Goya, Videsh Gaya.
What is that my name?
I campaign from the floor here with a placard calling to have a government. And we happen to be, tonight we'll get the government ready to run this country. This country otherwise be doomed because there's someone opposition blackmailing this parliament and the government. It did not function for 3 years. Tonight we make it function. And I'm sorry for Europe. We will still your friend. We get a divorce, but we are still in love. This is the Parliament, Westminster Abbey. Parliament of Westminster, where it don't function. Now we are about to function. From tonight, 11 o'clock in Europe, here will be, Europe will be 12 o'clock. Here will be 11 o'clock. And this is the Parliament start functioning now. It's a limbo. We drain the swamp, and now we are winning. We are independent. After 47 years slavery of Europe, today, after 3 years protesting, we are here. Look my lady here. Long live England! Great Britain! Long live Great Britain! We're great again! Make a celebration, okay?
My foot in the ground, Rowan, not the fun over here. Wide out, look at the road in front of his eyes.
Very short memories. Once the politicians are saying, I'm not a politician. And what's gone in the last 100 years, people should remember that. This is Julia. We're making the film for me.
Say something, my darling.
My assistant will follow me and make the film all the way until we get Brexit done.
I know, but it's better than trying to wait on the corner in the
And each here because all blocked by the police and barrier, so maybe I can't have a speech here.
I'm
Here you have a camera journalist reporting, and soon all the ministers will speak here, speech here,
No, over there is
and subject history of Brexit independence.
also if they arrive here, they're gonna laugh so bad.
I'm doing it because I'm in the hotel. There's no white people need to go around where you live. That's the whole thing, isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to go there as your servant. That's what you're going to say, isn't it? Yes, guarda. I'll sort it out for you.
Get it, okay. How to get Gandhi here? How can I get Gandhi? You have to put your hand forward here, get Gandhi. Gandhi here.
Your telephone booth.
I need a telephone booth.
When Britain applied to join the original 6 founding members of the European Economic Community,
against the anti-nuclears. Tony Benn decides not the
Yes.
And a huge increase in food prices
This
at a
is
stroke.
my blood, the Gandhi.
In 1975, John Mills was one of the organisers of No Gandhi,
Today we take
setting up
independence
meetings
from
across
Europe.
the country as the campaign
We are the
neared
fighter
its climax,
and win
with
for the good
debates
cause.
from Europe.
Tonight, 11 o'clock,
Senior Europe,
here,
Ted Heath,
1 o'clock, Europe, we will free, we break free again, and we survive around the world, flying like angels on the planet. We do business and make friends around the world, like Gandhi does it. I am in blood. Long live Gandhi and your kingdom.
If the vote goes yes, my country will need me.
Only to see them reimposed at the European level, with the European superstate exercising a new dominance from Brussels.
Mr. Delors said at press conference the other day that he wanted the European Parliament to be the democratic body of the community, he wanted the Commission to be the executive, and he wanted the Council of Ministers to be the Senate. No, no, no.
Good evening. The headline is at 6 o'clock. The government raises interest rates twice single today to 15%.
Pound has been suspended from the ERM, that the second of 2 dramatic interest rate rises during the day was after all cancelled.
The government has concluded that Britain's best interests are served by suspending our membership of the exchange rate mechanism.
The Prime Minister has been defending the Maastricht Treaty as the right way.
Despite John Major's appeal to the Maastricht rebels, 26 Tories voted with Labour. Good evening. Despite doing everything bar stand on its head to persuade Tory rebels to fall into line, the government was this evening defeated in a Commons vote on an amendment to the Maastricht Bill.
My own opposition to this treaty has been known for a very long time. I remember telling the Chief Whip years ago that wild horses wouldn't drag me into the lobbies for any more of this European nonsense.
What we're saying to the government is there's more of this in store unless they look for a solution. And there is a solution. All we want is a referendum to let the people decide. If the government agreed to a referendum, the rebellion is over, they can get the bill through very quickly indeed, and there'll be no more trouble.
Britain's future is in its We believe that in principle, British membership of a successful single currency would be beneficial to Britain and to Europe.
If you want to have freedom, which is necessary, you've got to fight for it.
Sir James Goldsmith, who founded the Referendum Party, arriving looking extremely cheerful at Putney.
That none of the parties have a mandate from this election to take us into a federal Europe because they have all campaigned against it.
What started as a in the country is now beginning to reach a crescendo roar. And what people are saying is get Britain out.
You have the charisma of a damp rag and the appearance of a low-grade vulture. And the question that I want to ask, that we all want to ask is, who are you? I've never heard of you. Nobody in Europe had ever heard of you. I'd like to ask you, President, who voted for you? And what mechanism? Oh, I know democracy's not popular with you lot.
We're going to get the biggest turnout for European elections we've seen since 1979. So the answer is increasingly, yes, they do matter. And people realise that Europe, whether you like it or not, is really, really important.
A political earthquake may sound like hyperbole, but however you describe it, victory for a party without an MP or a council leader is unprecedented.
We will give the British people a referendum. It will be an in-out referendum.
Everybody, get on this jobs. We have to take back control of this country from your back. That the dawn is breaking on an independent, united kingdom.
Is projecting that the UK has voted out. The UK has taken a historic decision to withdraw from the European Union after more than 40 years of membership.
As you can see here, thousands of supporters, Brexiters is here tonight to celebrate the freedom that's a fight for 3.5 years and take a divorce from European Union after 47 years slavery. Today, 11 o'clock, we're going to be free and fly like an angel around the world. And we do business and friends around the world. We'll be back to normal like British were great and we great again tonight. This is the crowd here who vote for it. Boys, they want a referendum second, give them election second. It's still the loss. The loser have to accept it and unite against the nation. We want a united nation in Great Britain. We have to live in peace after this election. Divided by European and opposition. And that can stop tonight. The united Great Britain going to great again, greater than America celebrate. We got to be greater.
Jim, come on. Go on, Jim.
Tonight, we're still in Eurotunnel, trying to find out the light at the end of the tunnel, which will be in a few hours' time. And we'll be free as soon as we see light and the tunnel. Tomorrow, this place will sunshine bright, be blessed by the Lord, Independence Day of United Kingdom. United Kingdom will be independent by midnight tonight, British time. On the 1st of January 2020, we are free. We break free. Independence. This is a British phone box, which is a symbol of Britishness, natural and great. It's well loved on the world. They like to take a picture of this phone box. This is why British are great and will be great again around the planet. This box will tell the story. How great is British. And the typical phone, and you can see how typical phone here, been there for ages, and we're still here. We hold it and keep it like the British back from Europe. Independence. I think I done this one. And down there is down the street where the Prime Minister's office resides there. His residence is there. And we're going to see have a party tonight with sparkling wine. It's a pity I'm not invited. Everybody has all right. Okay?
Right, I'm going down to Trafalgar Square,
Okay,
or wherever it is.
This is the Downing Street where the Prime Minister, President and his office. And tonight he's celebrating with sparkling wine with all the ministers in the history. This government taking a divorce after 47 years occupied. Today, British be great again, independent. This is Independent Day of Great Britain. Will be great again over the world and be successful.
Have you eaten Indian food? Have you ever eaten Indian food?
Ready? I like these people protesting for years to not to come out of Europe. Are you European? You're English?
Both English.
tell me what you think about Brexit.
No, I'm endangered species.
No, you are the Brexit. What do you think about it? What happened today? You
I think it's wonderful.
So, you want to be free at 11 o'clock tonight?
I want to be free at 11 o'clock tonight.
Then democracy. So don't want it, you want it, but majority win. You agree with that?
Well, I think majority wins. Not only in 16, but in the general election. And I think that they need to move on.
Everybody now we have to unite again together.
Well, they can't cry all their lives, can they?
But we have to unite the nation now.
They're going to cry.
Yeah, no, they're not crying. They're prepared to join the nation.
Well, they're going to cry and cry and cry. It's rather sad, really.
I want my country back.
I was very happy how it was. So I don't think there was a problem with sovereignty.
I may come around that way eventually. She's looking at it. What's your first name?
Sorry, what do you want to ask?
So, what's your name?
Hazel.
Hazel? And why you're here tonight? Why you're here tonight?
Because we're representing 48%. Representing 48%. We didn't vote for this. And it's a free country.
And you were 47 years with Europe.
Correct.
I've
got a daughter with a European passport. I've got a European passport. I'm not very happy.
But democracy like this. Given choice twice, and twice Romania had massacred.
I think where was the twice?
First referendum, then again selection, there was a chance for you to vote it out.
I don't know about that. We only had one referendum and we voted yes or no. Didn't vote for anything else, just yes or no. No terms, nothing. So I don't know quite what people are voting for. To leave with what? With no deals, no finance, no medicine, no science, nothing.
That's the problem. To live, to be free and not to be free. Which one you choose?
Free? It's ridiculous. We were free before. We've got a British justice system. It's ridiculous to say that all the laws were made in Brussels. They were. It's absolutely ludicrous. The people have just been misled.
Yeah, come on, that's politics. That's why
politics. That's the press. That's the press for a long time. The press were putting down EU a long time, making up nonsense about EU regulations, and it was all absolute nonsense. And they twisted people's minds.
All the politicians are liars and using you people to be friendly.
Maybe, but it doesn't mean just because there's only two of us here, we might be in the minority, but we might. The minority's often right.
You are minority. When you're YouTube, you're majority.
Exactly. When you're right, that's fine. We're right.
My name is Goya, Videsh.
Very nice to meet you. I wish you all the best. I hope you get your independence.
Go to YouTube.
I went off to work.
Watch me.
Yeah, I'll watch your YouTube. Sorry?
YouTube is my channel.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's really, really beautiful. So it looks like a new year. Really?
It is. Independence will be a New Year. Such independence is just like New Year, which is New Year. That means a public holiday every year. Great Britain will great again, independent and free. And that's the greatest thing this nation has done. Has take and snatch Great Britain from the trap of Europe. And we are free today. In 1 hour. So here Thames, all peaceful, very quiet, and down the Parliament Square is very nice. This is a big band. This is a big band, which will not getting bombed tonight because it's under reparation. So this is a big band, and it's a pity that today we have no big band.
That's sorry.
This is the beauty of London, London Eyes. I find this girl here admiring London Eyes. What do you think you're doing here?
Well, I'm celebrating because it's a historical day, so that's why I'm here. It's also morning for me because I'm French, so UK is going to divorce with France and other 26 countries. So maybe it's for the best, maybe it's for the worst. I don't know.
So do you think this divorce British cause to Europe is Europeans suffering for that or not?
I think that deep down we are suffering both, UK and Europe. In any change, it can provoke some suffering, but also it could be something great, and it could be a new beginning. So it would be a new beginning for our relationships. So I'm not at all pessimistic. I'm just living this morning. It's morning. It's a moment of nostalgia, and then we will turn the page and we will keep on going, and life go on.
But every divorce has an up and down. At the end, they're still in love. You think Europe is still in love with British?
I think we both no. Maybe we just already crossed the moment of love, and now I'm just we respect each other, and I'm happy that we after what's happening, after UK leave in Europe, the idea is to keep good relationship and to keep this mutual respect. And love for me is, first of all, it's really the respect and the understanding.
Do you think British are going to miss Europe?
Yeah, we will miss you, of course, and you will miss us. Please don't tell me you will never miss us.
So, do you think Europe still love British?
Yes and no. We are also moving on. We have to.
So, what do you think that British said? They snatched Great Britain from the trap of Europeans and be free.
Well, I don't think it was really a trap. I think it was a choice of British people at the time, and they found it's because I think that British are very pragmatic, and they found that to join the European Union will be interesting, and it will bring something to both sides. And finally, now it is no more option, and it is more disadvantages, and that's why UK decided to leave Europe. So it is not a trap; it's just a decision.
So what about the language? European language and British language? British language is spoken around the world. Is it the case that Europeans will still speak English and learn English?
No, I'm not worried about it, because I I have two origins. So I've been living in France for 16 years, so I'm French, but I'm also Belarusian, so my native language is Russian. So everybody learning English in Russia, and it's not Europe, because it's international, it's the first international language, and that's why I don't worry about it. I think we will learn English, and here in UK also people will learn European languages and other languages as well.
So you're telling me English language is an important language on the planet?
Yeah, it's important, and it's the first language of communication
So
for everybody, not only for Europe but for
without
all
English
around the world.
language, nobody can communicate.
We can communicate, but it's practical. So why not to learn it? And it's beautiful language as well.
Easier.
Yes. It's a language of Shakespeare, so...
Shakespeare, to be or not to be.
Exactly.
Independent Great Britain. And going to be tonight. In half an hour.
So we are ready.
We're ready for that.
We are ready.
Thank you.
She shouldn't even be here. She's from fucking Poland. Yeah, she's from Poland. Are you on interview me? Yeah, you can interview me. Where are you from?
Well, actually, I'm a camera woman, so you just making a film about Brexit. Child, what's happening here?
Okay.
You want YouTube channel?
My girlfriend, she's Polish, right?
Okay.
Brexit has happened.
I'm fine.
Can I send her back now? Can we send her back? Can we send her back?
What do you think about Brexit?
Do you do girl on girl?
What I think about Brexit is we can only do better. Oh my God, so recent before, when he was my age, he was as an employer, he just don't know, and I want to be an employer, I wanted to grow. I don't know if they can happen, but I have to grow. I only want Britain to be as big as possible, and I'm having all the people celebrate Brexit Day. My name is Anna. What's your name?
I'm Mitchell. Where's Mitchell?
I'm so happy.
I love the fact that you have the second time one.
Goya,
We've transformed the landscape of our country, and there are some that say we shouldn't celebrate tonight. Well, we are going to celebrate tonight, and we are celebrating tonight because we know that this is the single most important moment in the modern history of our great nation. That is what is happening tonight. And I think there's a lot to celebrate, don't you? The first thing to celebrate is that we will no longer have to listen to Mr. Juncker, to Mr. Gaya. No longer will our Prime Ministers be talked down to by unelected bureaucrats in Brussels. We should celebrate the fact that we are going to be able, across the road here, to make our own laws by people we can hold directly accountable in general elections. We, in 11 minutes, become a democratic, self-governing, independent, and I hope proud nation. And we should celebrate that in 10 minutes time, we're getting there, aren't we? 3.5 years was a long time. 10 minutes doesn't sound too bad to me. We should celebrate the fact that freed from the constraints of the European Union, we once again will be able to find our place in the world. We are able to re-engage with the Commonwealth, with America, with our friends all over the world. It will be a global Britain. Global Britain. But there's one thing above all that we must celebrate tonight, and it's this. The only reason we're here tonight is because Westminster became utterly detached from ordinary people in this country. And those people started to speak. Those people started to rise. Those people forced a referendum. Those people forced a general election. And those people, despite all the flaws in our system, for the first time in history, the people have beaten the establishment, and that we must celebrate. The real winner tonight is democracy. Democracy has won tonight. And I, as somebody who believes that we should be pro-Europe, but not pro the European Union, I believe we've now set an example for our friends right across the continent. I want a Europe of free, sovereign, democratic nations, and we'll trade with them, we'll work with them, we'll cooperate with them, we'll have reciprocity, but we will not take orders from them. But thank you. So we've got a lot to celebrate and a lot to look forward to. Now I know there are big battles to come. I know there are people here concerned what happens with fisheries. People here concerned with whether the European Court of Justice will have a say in the future. People concerned about regulatory alignment. People concerned about whether we could be betrayed again. But remember this, what happens now in 8 minutes' time. What happens in 8 minutes' time marks the point of no return. Once we have left, we are never ever going back. And important though the rest of it is, the rest in a sense becomes detail. We will be free, we will be sovereign, we will be proud, we will be independent. We've won a very great victory, and you know, an amazing thing has happened today. Tony Blair. I'm going to surprise you. I really am going to surprise you. Tony Blair has said today, there is no point looking back. We've made a decision. We are leaving the European Union and we must work together to make it a success. How about that? How about that? A crowd of Brexiteers cheer Tony Blair. How about that? Because what is happening is our country is now uniting. Our country is coming together. Nearly everybody, even Lord Mandelson this morning, accepted this is happening. There are some, of course, who struggle. This is the new 50p coin. And Lord Adonis, who as somebody said earlier, who is he anyway? Lord Adonis said he won't use the new 50p coin, but you know what? People like him now look like members of the Flat Earth Society. The fact is that the war is over. We have won! And now we have in Boris Johnson a charismatic Prime Minister who is saying all of the right things. All of the right things. I never believed I would ever see a Conservative Prime Minister say any of the right things. But he's saying all of the right things. And in many ways, our hopes and our trust are now bound up with what Boris Johnson does. We want him to keep to his promises. We want him to make us free. And I promise you that I and all of you will keep him, won't we? We will keep him to his promises. Who knows? I think there's a good chance he'll deliver. I think the Conservative Party learned a lesson in those European elections they never ever want to repeat. So let us be optimistic. Let us think about the future of our great nation. Let us think about the example that we are giving to the rest of Europe and the free world as well. Let us celebrate tonight as we've never done before. You and all of us have made history, and this is the greatest moment in the modern history of our great nation. Thank you!
5 minutes. I thought everyone would be cheering and jumping up and down and stuff. It's
Outside Parliament, Brexit supporters celebrated. Elsewhere, the mood...
It's over. We have won. We should celebrate that in 10 minutes' time,
Independence will be done tonight. And I'm sorry for Europe. We will still your friend. We get a divorce, but we still in love.
The executive, and he wanted the Council of Ministers to be the Senate. No, no, no.
By Parliament.